Lo yavo petu adaka ukarut shopaka bikahal Yahweh. One bruised of a crushing or cut of privy member shall not come into the assembly of Yahweh. Lo yavo mamazer bikahal Yahweh. A bastard shall not come into the assembly of Yahweh. Gamador Ashiri Lo Yavo Lo Bikahal Yahweh. Also to the 10th generation one shall not come for him into the assembly of Yahweh. Lo Yavo Ammoni wa Moabi Bikahal Yahweh. An Ammoni and a Moabi shall not come into the assembly of Yahweh. Gamador Ashiri Lo Yavo Lahem Bikahal Yahweh Ad Olam. Even the 10th generation shall not come for them into the assembly of Yahweh unto unseen time. على دبر أطر الله قدموا أتكم باللحم وبالميم بدرك بشيتكم من مصرايم. On account of the thing that they met you not by means of bread and by means of water in the way in your coming out from Mizraim. وَأَطْرَ شَاكَرْ عَلَكَ بِلْعَامِ بن بَعُور مِتْ أَرَام نَهَرَيْم لِقَلَّلَكَ. And that they hired against thee Bil'am the son of Ba'or from Pethor, Aram Nahraim, to curse thee. Willow Yahweh Eloheka Lishamoa El Bil'am. Why Yahapoka Yahweh Eloheka Laka Et Hakalala Liveraka. And Yahweh was not willing, Yahweh thy God, to hear Bil'am, to listen to Bil'am. And Yahweh thy God changed for thee the curse to a blessing. Ki ahevaka Yahweh Eloheka, because Yahweh thy God hath loved thee. Lord to the Rosh Shalomam Wutovatam Kol Yameka L'Olam. Thou shalt not seek their peace or their good all thy days for unseen time. Lo teta'eb hadomi ki achikahu. Thou shalt not abhor an adomi, because he is thy brother. Lo teta'eb mithri ki ger hayita barcho. Thou shalt not abhor a Mithri, because thou wast a sojourner in his land. Banim atra yewaladu lahem dorothalithi. Sons which shall be born for them, a third generation. Yavo lahem biqahal Yahweh. He shall come for them, or it shall come for them into the assembly of Yahweh. Ki teshe mahane ala hoyevecha v'nishetarta mikol davar ra'. As thou go out in camp against thy enemies, thou shalt also be watchful from every evil thing. Ki yihye v'kaish atra lo yihye tahor mikre layla. As there be among thee a man which is not clean from an occasion of the night, وَيَخْشَى إِلْمِهُ. Also he shall go out to outside the camp. Lo yavo elatokahamahana. He shall not come to the midst of the camp. Wahaya lipenot the herb yirhashabamayim. And it shall be before the herb, or in the turning to the herb, the evening. He shall wash by means of the water. Ukavoh hashemesh yavoh elatokahamahana. And as the coming of the sun, he shall come to the midst of the camp. Wayada tihyelaka mihuth lamahana wayashata thamahuth. And a side thou shalt have for thee from outside to the camp, and thou shalt go out to their outside. Wayathed tihyelaka alhazenaka. And a stake shall be for thee, a stake thou shalt have for thee upon thy implements. Wahaya b'thivtaka huth, wahafarta vah, wathabta, wachisita et sheataka. And it shall be in thy sitting outside. Also thou shalt dig by means of it, and thou shalt turn back, and thou shalt cover thy excrement. Ki Yahweh Elohecha mitahalek b'qerb mahaneka lehathileka v'latet hoyeveka lefaneka. Wahaya mahaneka kadosh. Because Yahweh thy God is walking about in the midst of thy camp to deliver thee, and to give thy enemies before thee, and thy camp shall be holy. V'lo yerebeka erwat davar v'thab me'achareka. And he will not see among thee a nakedness of a thing, and he turn from after thee. Lo tasagir eved el Adonai. Thou shalt not shut up a servant to his master. Atarayinatel eleka me'em Adonai, which hath slipped out to thee from his master, from with his master. Imka yethebekirabaka, with thee he shall dwell in thy midst. Bamakom atrayibhar ba'ahat tharaka, in the place which he shall choose in one of thy gates. But overlaw, in the good place for him. Lo hetonenu, thou shalt not oppress him. Lo hetihye kadesha mibbenot Yisrael. A prostitute shall not be from the daughters of Yisrael. Lo hetihye kadesh mibbene Yisrael. And a male prostitute shall not be from the sons of Yisrael. Lo hatavi et nanazona umehir keleb bet Yahweh Elohecha l'kol neder. Thou shalt not bring the gift of a prostitute, or the price of a dog, into the house of Yahweh thy God for any vow. Ki to'avat Yahweh Elohecha gam tanehem, because an abomination to Yahweh thy God is both of them. Lo tashik lachika neshaka kasap neshaka rochel. Thou shalt not lend upon interest for thy brother, to thy brother, interest of silver, interest of food, neshaka kol davar atar yishach, interest of anything which is lent upon interest. Lanokori tashik, to the foreigner thou shalt lend on interest. Ulachika lo tashik, and to thy brother thou shalt not lend on interest. Lemachran yebarakaka Yahweh Elohecha b'kol mishalach yadeka, for the sake that Yahweh thy God bless thee in every sending of thy hand. Al haaretz atrahata v'hathama l'rithatah, upon the land which thou art coming to there to possess it. Ki tidor neder leYahweh Elohecha, as thou vow a vow to Yahweh thy God. Lo ta'acher l'shalemo, thou shalt not tarry or delay to repay it. Ki darosh yidrashenu Yahweh Elohecha me'imach, because requiringly he shall require it of thee. Yahweh thy God shall, wahaya b'ka het, and it would be for thee a sin. W'ki tehdal linador, and if thou forbear to vow, lo yehye b'ka het, it is not a sin in thee. Moshe shafatheka tishmor wa'ashita, the outgoing of thy lips thou shalt keep and thou shalt effectuate. Katar nadarta Yahweh Elohecha nadava atar dibarta befika, like what thou vowedst to Yahweh thy God, a freewill offering, which thou hast worded by means of thy mouth. Ki tavo b'kerem re'eka, v'hakalata ghanavim k'nafsheka shav'eka, as thou come into the vineyard of thy neighbor, also thou mayest eat grapes as thy soul, thy fill. But to thy vessel thou shalt not give. Ki tavo b'ka matare'eka, as thou come into the standing grain of thy neighbor, w'ka tafeta melilot b'yadeka, then thou mayest pluck the ears by means of thy hand. But a tool, a sickle, Thou shalt not wave alqa matari'aka over the standing grain of thy neighbor.